Tina Pinciotti from that 70s show.
What if we told you Tina Pinciotti never existed? Freaked out yet? She was supposed to be the younger sister of Donna, but the writers seemed to simply change their mind about the character, and Tina only haunts one episode of the long-running television program.
Santiago Herrera from Friday Night Lights.
The second season of Friday Night Lights had a lot to live up to, but a WGA writers' strike was looming and the show had to film what it could before packing up shop. Santiago's was one of the arcs that suffered most from the strike. His story was simply dropped by the third season, and we never heard from him again. Monica Dawson from Heroes. Ken Tanaka from Glee. Cousin Oliver from the Brady Bunch. Grace Miller from Scrubs. Tom Milligan from Doctor Who.
Kate Lockley from Angel.
The hard-nosed detective on Angel played a large supporting role in the first couple of seasons before the character quietly disappeared from the show. Was it because Elizabeth Rowan received a better offer to work on Law and Order, or were there darker forces at work?
Erica Hahn from Grey's Anatomy.
Hahn Smith brought a lot to Seattle Grace as an openly gay character whose relationships were praised for their realistic portrayal. It remains unclear why Smith was fired from the show and Hahn written off Grey's Anatomy, though media speculation suggests the character's stance on homosexuality scared off advertisers. Smith herself blamed the issue on the network, claiming she believed show creator Shonda Rhimes had nothing to do with the decision.
Maximillian Arturo from Sliders.
John Rhys Davies has appeared in some of geekdom's finest films and television shows, and Sliders is certainly up there. But Rhys Davies became an incessant critic of the writers when the hit science fiction program started to change directions creatively, and his character met an untimely end not long after.
Charlie Dattolo from Girls.
Fans of Girls know Charlie as Marty's on-again, off-again boyfriend and inventor of some kind of app. He was abruptly written off the show with little explanation. It was later reported that he left Girls due to creative differences with creator and star Lena Dunham. Who could have seen that coming?
Laurie Forman from that 70s show.
Laurie Forman was supposed to be the main foil for the kids on that 70s show. She was Eric's sexy sister who distracted Kelso and always needed to mooch money from her parents. But, in season 5, Lisa Robin Kelly, the actress who played her, reportedly left the show due to a struggle with alcoholism. The character returned briefly in the 6th season, played by a different actress. Lisa Robin Kelly passed away at a rehab facility in 2013. More Laurie Forman. 178 of 291 The Best TV Villains of All Time. 17 of 67 The Biggest Pimps in Television History. 10 of 29 The Best Recasting of Famous TV Roles.
Max from Saved by the Bell.
Max was kind of weird, wasn't he? Here's what we remember. Max owned a restaurant, had a goofy haircut, and did magic tricks. In the 3rd season, the Max, he even named his restaurant after himself. In real life, Ed Alonzo is a sought-after magician and supposedly sometimes shows up at the real-life counterpart to his famous restaurant.
Denise Huxtable from The Cosby Show.
The Cosby Show was all about family values, and when one of the characters got into trouble, you knew they would get out of it with the power of love and respect. Unless that problem happens to be one of your lead actors getting pregnant, which Lisa Bonet did while starring in spin-off A Different World. Bill Cosby reportedly could not handle the idea of Denise Huxtable being pregnant. She was later invited back to The Cosby Show, but then fired in 1991 for creative differences.
Charlie Harper from 2.5 Men.
After having a public meltdown and saying awful things about 2.5 Men's creator Chuck Lorre, Charlie Sheen was given the keys to his shackles and written out of the show. How? Well, he fell off a metro platform in Paris and exploded like a balloon full of meat. More Charlie Harper 137 of 189, the saddest television deaths ever 774 of 1288, the greatest TV characters of all time 122 of 403, the funniest TV characters of all time.
George O'Malley from Grey's Anatomy.
By all accounts, Knight hated working on Grey's Anatomy, and by the 5th season, he was begging to be written out. He sort of got what he wanted. George was hit by a bus and so horribly disfigured that not even his closest friends could recognize him. Remind us to never ask executive producer Shonda Rhimes for anything. More George O'Malley 15 of 50, the best Grey's Anatomy characters 6 of 24, the most shocking TV deaths of all time 34 of 161, the greatest TV character losses of all time.
Prue Halliwell from Charmed.
Shannon Doherty must have a tie with Charlie Sheen for being written out of the most shows. After 3 seasons of feuding with nearly everyone on the set of the hit show Charmed, the writers reportedly decided they'd had enough. The rumored last straw was when Doherty got a haircut halfway through filming the season finale. More Prue Halliwell 84 of 189, the saddest television deaths ever 107 of 935, the greatest female TV characters of all time 1136 of 1288, the greatest TV characters of all time.
Judy from Family Matters.
Judy from Family Matters. Harrison Wright from Scandal. Frank Underwood from House of Cards.
Chef from South Park.
Chef from South Park.
Marissa Cooper from The O, and they think Glenn's Jeff.
Marissa Cooper from The O. Perlette Bachman from Silicon Valley. Stuart Minkus from Boy Meets World.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.